What is happening there? Did you see the thing went off? Oh,
Yeah.
all right. But anyway, welcome on the show, everybody, and happy new week to everyone. And I can't believe, Mimi, you're wearing my suit. But anyway, good. Thank you for tuning in. Like we always say, share this link because you will so much get insight with the caliber of people. And now you're having them for free to give you an insight that you will definitely be blessed with. So share it with other person. Don't make it a secret. And also subscribe to our YouTube. I'm trying to bring somebody on the show. This is a big person, and they're like, so what's your YouTube like? I mean, don't worry about YouTube. Worry about us, but really subscribe. If you are our friend, our associate, and you don't subscribe to our YouTube, we don't like you. I don't. But seriously, subscribe to our, please, no. They said to beg you, so please subscribe to our YouTube. But it's been an interesting week. Deborah, tonight, you normally, as the president of WBT, and you do your meetings on Monday nights, which, I tend to go with you as well sometimes. You got some amazing, powerful people. The biggest, like a lot of big business people, men and women in Wyndham, as part of this. Are you not there tonight?
No, so tonight, this week, we are free. So it could be the next week as well. So I'm lining up my calendar so that at least I know that when I can be here, because I want to be in both places at once, to be truthful. This is such a great show, and it shares such amazing information for everyday people that want that, and they can learn so much from this. And then it's same at the networking. So I'm trying my best to be able to give time to both.
Wow. Thank you so much, Deborah. With everything you do, you're one of those ones that not supposed to jump on anything or be part, because you're a lot of portfolio that you carry. She's the boss, Quantum Ladies, WBT, Wyndham, tourists, whatever, everything that you do. But and with your business as well, and your husband's business, but you're still very gracious. So truly, I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate it. And most of the things that Deborah do, like the Quantum Ladies that she leads as well, we just go there at the mansion. By the way, how she got into there, I don't know. But anyway, this is an exclusive venue that we go, but we relax. We're not there to do business, even though business transactions come through, but we just converse as we do on here. So I just know that, we align in this way, because it's not about what you're going to grab here. It's about knowing this person and the person behind this facade and just connect in a deeper level. So I resonate with that. Thank you, Deborah. Seriously.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes.
Same is Professor Mimi. This woman, as we all know, the whole world knows, I'm not, she's either in Honolulu tomorrow, whatever. She's all over the world, as well as a lecturer, as well as a Rotary Club, as well as a community. I see you on LinkedIn. I saw you today. I'm like, what's she doing with Thompson again? They put you on the flyer for the, David Thompsons and all these people. Like, wow. But Mimi is the one there. I saw maybe you don't know, but your picture is already there on the flyer.
I don't know. I'm so surprised.
Yeah, it's there. I saw it just today. But but Mimi is the one that we say, no, the show must go, because these are the people you're a lecturer anyway. Naturally, you give, you pour out, and this is where you're at, whatever you are opportune to be able to bless people you're there, not minding the constraint, even when you're in the pain. So truly, I appreciate you, ladies, so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thanks, for the kind words. They're quite encouraging. Yes,
It's true.
Pastor Thompson is doing something. They had reached out to me, but I did not know there was a fly on LinkedIn. So thanks for sharing. I'll look out for that. Yeah,
You're
Mondays
there.
are my favorite days. I've been talking for at least 4 hours in class with some wonderful, energizing students. I think that's where I get my energy from at the end of the
Yeah,
day, because it
you
is so
do.
good, and you know you really see outcomes and the impact in those spaces. And I
Mhm.
think that is what keeps me. It doesn't matter, I'm one of those academics who is present in the theoretical space but also very present in the practical space. So it's really
Mhm.
translational, and you see the impact, you see how you're changing people's lives, and it's motivational. And then we come on this platform, it's very informal, have conversations that are inclusive with other people. And you looking wonderful, Madam Pastor Mrs. Temi Ajayi, always kind as
Oh,
well and
thank you.
gracious with your own time. You highlight us, but you're a woman with who wears so many hats, running your own private businesses, working with your husband in the insurance space, working in the health industry, but then women leadership and all of that. So I think together, the voices on this platform and those that probably are not here today, they give and they make a change to our society. And that is literally what I hope. And that is why I
Yeah.
come on, weekly. I try to make an effort, regardless, to
Mm,
be part
me
of it.
too.
And I'm wearing
Me
La
too.
Wapa.
She's wearing La Guapa. Deborah, listen, my husband doesn't even know, but now she's gonna talk about
Now he's gonna
everything that
find out.
I'm gonna let it out, let the cat out of the, of the bag. I felt those fabric that Mimi is wearing.
Mm.
Yeah.
I saw the picture and I said I like it. I might like one orange one. So she brought the orange to me. And then she brought another one that looks like what she's wearing. I wore that orange, I'm not kidding. I felt it. I'm like, what is this? Is
Mm.
like pure fur, like beautiful feel, and it
Oh,
warms. And the cotton, I felt the edge of it. Mimi does say this, right? When Mimi says, tell me this, she often said, I'm like, what she talking about? Doesn't matter. It's only a jacket. But when I felt it, I know why she's so passionate and she wants to tell me all about it. It is true. I felt the edge and I said to Mimi, can I have that one too, please? So I got both. I got
Yeah,
both, and
because I
I'm
wasn't
like,
sure what color you wanted, because it's
mm,
100% wool, but then the inside is satin.
oh,
Australian
yes,
made,
beautiful.
pure satin.
Australian wool, quality. And I say to people, you have to feel good for
It's
you
true.
in order to be
Absolutely.
good with anybody. So, and it's quite affordable, about $400. That's affordable, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, I
that's
mean,
why,
our jackets, yeah, our jackets are
that's why I
ranging
got it.
from 400 to maybe 999. So
Hmm.
we're keeping them in that price range, which is affordable, but you get the best quality with
That's
European,
quality. Yeah.
yeah, like in whether it's linen, whether it is something like wools or silk. There are so many
Yeah.
natural fabrics from some
Yeah,
of the best places. And Mama
it,
Temi, I
it's
think you're obsessed.
it's really, it feels, why also I buy clothes like this woman, like Jackie Fernandez, for example, few other
Yeah,
people that Australia, and this
yeah,
jacket with them is $1,000
yeah,
plus. I bought
correct.
I
Mm.
bought clothes from them. The
Yeah,
minimum I paid that woman for a jacket is 1,002. So,
correct.
and it's exactly the same as what Mimi
Yeah.
is giving for 400. So it's like that
Wow.
woman, you're not getting my money anymore. I'm going to La Guapa. That's it. Because it's the same thing. But today, today's topic is yeah. So if you want to patronize La Guapa, her website is there, but the website does not do the justice anyway. But anyway, It doesn't
Yeah,
at
they
all.
are working on it. A lot of the
Yeah.
collections are people see it, they love it, and then it's just word of mouth. So I'm really
Mm.
trying to get them to work on it so that
No, it's
they've got
good.
everything current. Like we've got the Chanel fabrics, right?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
we getting that.
and they like,
Don't say everything. I'm gonna be in trouble. I'm not supposed to be buying it. By the way, I was talking to Deborah before while we're here. I was talking to Deborah about we're renovating our house. So we're starting from my room. And I've always gone to my friends' houses and I've seen their robe, working wardrobe, big and massive, and I like it, really, really like it. And then I say to myself, anyway, our house is 20 years old, it's too late now, we can't move anywhere. I talk myself out of it. But
Mm-mm.
now that the kids left home, my husband is like, we're doing it. So he got the architect to draw whatever for him since early January or so. And then I kept on thinking, is it for real? Is it for real? Now he told me it's for real. It's happening. And I've always said I don't have a lot of clothes anyway. Until now that I have to move my, I know.
Mm.
I think I'm talking myself out. So I give my opportunity to buy more. Now that I'm moving my room, it's horrible. It's too much. My husband now said, you haven't used a lot of these clothes for many years. Throw them away. Please, ladies, help me. I don't want to throw them away. The reason why
Mm.
I didn't wear them is because I didn't have place to really spread them out so that I can really see them and use them. So I was really constrained. And so I'm just trying to say sometimes you actually don't know what you do need, but you don't know you need them, or you do know you need them, but you're not trying a bit harder to get them, So it's interesting that I've got so much and few nice things that I haven't been able to see to use. Now, the
Yes.
question I want to ask you, ladies, is now my husband said, let me get somebody to remove everything from the bedroom. I've never seen anyone say the handy people come to their room to take their clothes and pack them. I thought you pack your things in the boxes and then they take them away. I'm not coping because it's too much like boxes and boxes from Barney we bought. So he's saying to me, get removalists to just pack them. Is this what you do? Do you get removalists to pack your clothes from your bedroom or do you pack them
Temi,
yourself?
let's take this offline and I will help send somebody to come and do those things for you. You people know I'm one of the people who likes to get things organized. And
You
Mm.
do? I know 100%, yes.
at a personal level, I like, even my clothes will be seasonal and things
Yes,
like
Mm.
that.
you
What I'm
do.
traveling with, and because it's just easy, like living from winter and then going into 40 degrees somewhere in the world,
Yeah,
you have to be organized, right? But
yeah.
also, I think one of the things that at a personal level, our people, we need to invest in ourselves. That means you need to buy your time, and that means you have to have people that you can resource and you can give them or pay them to do some of those things for you continually around the home. So this is a conversation. Let's take it out of here and we're
No,
going to
I'm
have a
actually genuine. No,
conversation.
this is
I'm
an open
genuine.
conversation in terms of my worry is I don't want men to come and take my bra and pack my things like that. So I'm actually genuinely asking if anyone has done that to Deborah. Have you done that to let people take things from
Um,
your room?
well, so as Professor Mimi was saying, it is about that organisation, and so I have stuff that I pack away that's winter, so and then I bring them back out in winter time. So I go to that level, but yes, I do that. I do that myself, but it
Okay,
depends
so
on it depends on
Yeah, the hand help that
the
you normally
quantity.
have
Yeah,
around the house can maybe help
yeah.
you with that. So,
mhm.
and that's what I'm saying. I don't want to go into the details.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah. And because
Okay,
you know
all
me, I
right.
don't. I like to
Let's take
keep
it
a
out.
lot of
That's
things
not our topic
personal.
today. I was just thinking maybe I'm the only one that don't let people come to their bedroom to pack stuff. But anyway, we take it off this. Let's go back to this topic. Last week, we were talking about the challenges that, to try to navigate career. And I thought we were we were focusing on more of career. We didn't focus on transitioning to whoever might want to build businesses. Um, so I'm looking at business section because myself and Deborah was at a function like 3 weeks ago at the Sanctuary Lakes Resort, whatever they call in Sanctuary Lakes, with these all these people that did a nationality did a function, and they had so many businesses. These ladies, there's earring, there's face painting, there's dancing. They got tables everywhere, mostly ladies, real estate, this, that. And I don't see a lot of that with us. Career is good, but people also want to do they're good with their hands. They might be hairdresser, they might be makeup artists, we need more of that. So this week, I'm thinking if you're in between job, if you're doing 9 to 5, if you're trying to, to establish yourself in whatever way you want to do, because no one is better than the other. Just do whatever your hand finds and do it well. But if you're watching this session, you're gonna have an idea on how to navigate these areas, because us on this platform, I think we've been there, done that. We've done everything that we're talking about, and we are in a community. We're community people. All of us have got huge, I can say that, platforms dealing with a lot of people in a very confined environment, as impersonable situation. So we know what we're talking about. So you might want to tune into this session today, so you'll be able to get an insight. How do you position yourself for, let's say, career growth, career pathway, and all that? So this week, Professor Mimi, you were talking last week about how to really position yourself in the country. We talked about asking questions. We talked about networking. We talked about mentorship, appreciate, and we talked about also to start from the scratch, but don't stay there. So you might, if that's not where you want to be, let's rephrase it, because some people are comfortable where they are, and there's nothing wrong with it, as long as you're purposeful, you're happy. I have a friend of mine who is a dry cleaner. She does that in her house. She's extremely comfortable. She uses like a limousine. She uses her limousine to collect clothes from people's houses and to go and wash and iron. She's extremely fulfilled and happy. So whatever area you are, we must throw that out as well, as long as you're happy and you're productive and you're helping others in the community. So that's the area of I'm looking at. But yes, let me hear you out, Prof.
Oh, thanks so much for reintroducing this topic. And I think it is such an important area in terms of career navigation, self-actualization.
Yeah.
And I guess we focused on employment last week, but I
Yes.
think looking at the trades, and when we're thinking about the trades, that includes businesses and other skilled professions, becoming an electrician, where you run your own business, becoming a plumber. And we know that the trades are significant in any economy. And I think when you gave the example about the group of women that you attended a function with recently, one, there is something about critical mass. And when you look at the dollar across different communities, unfortunately, the Black communities, we remain one of the communities, as in the Black diaspora communities, where the money they earn from their employers does not circulate long enough within their community. And there are statistics to show. For example, if you look at the Greek community, look at the Chinese community, and you look at different communities, when they receive the money, they have to buy this from this other person who owns X shop. They have to employ this other person or to come out because they need this appliance or that appliance fixed at their home. And there is a type of a circulation of the dollar. within their own communities. So that is one challenge that remains within the community, because the longer the dollar stays in your community, the more beneficial it is to the community and to the people. Secondly, the education of colonization. The education of colonization was meant to structure you to get out there, look for a job, and behave properly. So follow instructions and apply those instructions wherever you are. But we are in a transitional stage where Africans in particular are decolonizing themselves in respective ways. And when you decolonize yourself, you understand the power of self-employment as well. And education should be about supporting you acquire the skills, the knowledge, but also being able at the same time of creating employment for yourself, but also for others. So I think we are in the stage where there is this transition and we should support people. There are quite significant networks. I gave a talk sometime last year, keynote at one of the women event, Women Making It Work. And again, just like what you described, they have the business women across different sectors. Some own, private clinics. Others run fashion and design lines, like myself. Others own, consultancy business, and I'm talking significant businesses across the state, and a lot of work stuff internationally. So I think it's about tapping into that, but thinking about, oh, Mimi is a professor, but I know lots of people don't know a lot of things that I do outside because I'm not on Facebook and spaces like that. But it is really important to think about what makes you feel fulfilled, and that's self-actualization. Maybe it's just passion. And if that is what it is, then so be it. And I think last week I gave people the definition, and I did differentiate between having a career and a job. And I clearly defined those. So if you've not, I don't want to repeat it here because of time constraints, but you can go back and just listen to what what it means to have a career, and what versus what it means to have a job. Both are important, both are relevant, but you need to think about what is suitable for you and where you are in your life stage, because at respective life stages, we may want or desire different things, but self-actualization is the key.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I'll let you go, Deborah.
Yeah, absolutely agree with that. That the self-actualization, and we're all at different levels of understanding us, of not so much understanding, but being aware of our self-actualization. So
Yeah.
I kind of just want to say that when I was on my corporate career, that self-actualization was in the job. And then having a moment of that passion. Was there passion in what I was doing, and realizing that it wasn't passion, but I enjoyed what I'm doing, but I wasn't passionate about it. And then another level of self-actualization came along. It's like, what am I passionate about? What do I want to do? What is it I want to help people with? And so these self-actualizations come at all levels. It's being open and aware that every part of our life will go through a change state. I've talked about it quite often with other people, that we go through our 20s and it's like it's all about fun. We go through our 30s and we're kind of settling into life, and 40s, then we start to go, okay, things are really happening. And then in our 50s, we start to go, what have I done? What have I achieved?
Where's the time gone?
Yeah, exactly. Right. And so we have all these different levels. And I'm just going to say really quickly that, we never used to talk about this a lot, but I started doing a cleaning business during COVID. But it was just something we did on the side. My husband and I would go and help people in the weekends. But now that he's got to a level of self-actualization and left his corporate job, we've now decided the cleaning business will be something that we grow. Now, when we sat down and really thought about all the clients that we help, what is it that we're doing for them? And we're giving them back their time. You talked
Yeah.
about this before, Mimi, you know.
Absolutely.
We're giving them back their time,
Yeah.
and we're
For
also
me, that is so important. My time, I will pay and whatever to recuperate my time, because when it's me time, it is me time. I just
yeah,
want to sit on that couch and I want to get home and I know that my house is in order. I'm a professional woman, but I have to
yeah,
have things in order all the time.
yes,
So if I don't have that physical time, that is why you work. You
Mm.
should pay for those, you should, because that's their specialty. That is their expertise. They've
absolutely,
got the tools. Then you maintain it on a daily basis. You
yeah.
must maintain it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, it's getting into creating your own business is that next level of self actualization. And something else that I would really want to say is that sometimes it shifts, right? You start with one thing, and then something else comes to mind, and you start with it, and that start with something else, and that's perfectly okay. Because when you've got the skill set and the courage, we're unstoppable, right? We're
Yeah.
absolutely unstoppable. And if we go back a few decades, there was craftsmanship, in crafting blades and knives and craft work, and that's coming to an end.
Yeah.
But so what's happening, however, is going through this next stage where absolutely women like ourselves are standing up to bring the skills that we have and bringing them back to life. So you're
I
Wow.
love
doing
the unstoppable part of it.
That's right.
I
And
thought that was, if you have a few women with purpose, it doesn't matter
it.
what you put in front of them as a barrier, they are going to achieve. And I think one of the biggest challenges that we continue to have as a society, but also as women, but also as a community generally, is that people are not building together. People need
Mm.
to work together. People need to support something, me, it's like, hey, you've got this platform. We need to keep it alive. We need to work. We need to raise it and
Mm, mm,
use
mm.
it,
yeah.
to bring change, to impact people, right?
Mhm.
And I think
Mhm.
there's a lot of strength when we come together. We become unstoppable. It could not have been better said, Madam Dickinson.
I'm just enjoying everything you're saying. It's so soothing. And you mentioned a barrier. What are the barriers? How do we start to break those barriers? Um, Self-actualization, like you said also, Deborah, is different levels. So you might be at a stage now and you say, oh, I've gotten to the apex of my career and I'm very happy. Like your husband. And now it just looked, because he's aware now. He's
Mm, mm.
fully aware of himself, and like, I've got money, I've got this, but what am I actually contributing? He told me, what am I actually contributing to my
Mm.
world? Like, we know we call them white people, sorry, white people, they've been working since maybe 12 years. They got so much money, super everything. He's made, but he really wants to bless the world. And now
Yes.
he's coming to this clinic. I saw him at the business network, marketing this clinic. And I went to him. I'm like, oh my gosh, very precise, very articulate. That the way he delivered it, I went to him, I gave him a handshake. I'm like, man, you're built for this. And we could hear his heart through what he
Mm.
was saying. That this guy just want to bless the world. He just want to contribute and impact his nation. That's why he's doing this. So people that have actualized, you can actually really work with. because they're not trying to pursue anything. They're not trying to trample you down. They don't, like what you said, Mimi, Mimi had
I'm doing
opportunity
La
to
Guapa
create,
because I love it.
you had the opportunity to create a platform. You have a platform. You have a large majority of people following you. And I know you call people to your house, which I've been a lot of times, and
Last night we had a group here
you
last
see the
night. I was in the
fruit. So you can create your own platform. But Mimi came to me and said, "Why do I have to create another platform? You got this platform." And she's the one that said, let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it going. And there's safety there. There's safety when you are actualized. Well, you will know, because there's no rivalry, there's no petty jealousy. You're safe. Everybody is okay. And then that's when we can grow. So what I want to say to people is, you don't need to come today. Like most of us, we've been here for 25 years plus.
yeah.
Some of us, but almost born here like Deborah. But you don't need to come through the door tomorrow and you want to start where they start. You need to listen. Just listen to their journey, and these people will tell you exactly how it works. I know Deborah is speaking to a lot of people from India, from this, that she's mentoring at work, that they're doing placement. So am I. So we will support you. Just calm down and listen, learn to grow. Because if you listen, you don't need to walk the long journey that we walk. If you listen, you can just have that exponential growth. So they say you come to Australia, you have to be 15, 20 years before anything. It doesn't need to be your
That's
case,
not
because
that's
some
not
of us
true.
have done the journey. So we will show you, and you don't need to um, you don't need to do what we like long journey. Also, I was talking to a lady over the weekend. The husband is so passionate, really wanted her to start a business. This man always, every opportunity he sees, he will say to you, "Baby, can you talk to my wife? She's good at making this. She's so good at making this. She should start." But the wife, she's not moved. She's not moved. She doesn't want to do it. She doesn't. She said, and I said, "Why?" She told me, "I want to start big. I want to start." Well, one thing I want to say is, if you start big, you fall down big sometimes in Australia. Australia is a place where you actually need to start small, and then you can double, accelerate, but you need to start small. Starting small is like you start to learn to crawl before you start to run. If you run too quickly, the impact of it when you fall could be a lot. So you learn. I always solicit and support women that want to do anything. If people know you're braiding hair, I will get women to you. There's a lady that just started braiding hair. I got people to her now. You can't even get through to her. I'm like, "Oh, even I can't do my hair." She said, "I'm busy, mama." There you go. So I'm like, "Oh, glory be to God." You see? So let us support each other. We're here to support you. What is the barrier? How do we start to break the barrier? One thing I want to mention, which I want you to please, and shine light into, is also the people you meet when you migrate. Very important. If you meet people that are having some low level thinking, they're going to want to keep you low there. I'm not saying when they help you to come, leave them and run away. I'm not saying that. I'm saying learn how to have a good, honest conversation. Tell them honestly, because they don't know what they don't know. Like, I thought I don't have clothes, but I have now. I know. So they don't know what they don't know. So tell them honestly what you heard. I'm not trying to jump the gun. I'm just saying they're saying there's this, is this. So who you meet, it's very important. I don't know if you have any experience that you ladies want to share, to say about who you meet when you come first.
That's I think that's a very interesting thing. And I'm always very careful sharing my story because it's a very different path. And plus 2 decades ago, 20 something years ago was completely different to now. Not many people come in and they are given a 4-year visa. Then within 3 months, they say you should have applied for permanent residency, and then they are doing it on your behalf. And then they write to you and say, "Oh, do you want citizenship?" That's a very different story, very different pathway. But that said, the reason I engaged and went for my master's in public health within 2 years was, one, I did not feel challenged to begin with. Number two, I had somebody who had done a master's of public health and was really interested in working in the global health humanitarian space, right? So, with my own passion and my interest in people, in leadership, it was almost like a natural fit. And I decided to pursue that path, which is different. And I said, when I was at Melbourne Uni, I think I was probably one of the first people you remember in at the time, like in my
Mm,
class, right? There were
mm.
barely any other African people doing a
Yeah,
master's in
that's
public
true.
health. Now they invite me, and I'm actually engaged with the African Student Outreach Program at the University of Melbourne, which is a thriving program. There are academics. Back then, there was not a single academic who was of
Mm,
African background. You know,
mm,
so the people that you meet and
mm.
really can change your trajectory. But
Yeah.
what is even more profound for me was when I wanted to buy my first property. I think that was
Mm,
in 2004. So this is within just a few years of being in the country. And I recall one of the friends saying to me, "Oh, but if you do that, you were supposed to be having any benefits from the government because you have two
oh,
daughters, then
mm,
yeah, literally they're going to cut that." And I'm like, "Well, you realize that I work full time, so I'm really not on any of those, right?"
mm,
But that was the thinking. So you can
mm.
imagine if I held
True.
myself back with that type of a mentality that, oh, you're going to
Mm,
have a few $100s from the government, and there is
mm,
no medium long term thinking around building equity, becoming
mm,
independent and financially self-sufficient as a
mm,
person on your own, etc. So Mama Temi, what you just said is so important and so profound in who you surround yourself with, but the
mm,
people that you engage with. And this is why sometimes it's good to just step a little bit outside of your own community sometime,
yes.
except you have
Yes.
mentors like yourself or other
Mm,
people who
mm,
have got a certain level of exposure, and
mhm,
they actually and genuinely, because it's there is one thing being genuine, like people like you are genuinely interested in the growth
mm.
of others. There are
Yeah.
people who have networks, they're not interested in your growth and they could not be bothered, etc. So all of that really is really important in terms of navigating the space, but
Mm,
really being authentic as well to yourself and also being honest. If you're
mm,
going to engage with people because you want something out of them, I think that's the worst approach to
mm,
any relationship. So for
mm,
me, it's always been about authenticity. And that is why, people like me, you still have lifelong friends, 20
mm.
years later, people like,
That's
you
true.
still have friends. But if
Mm,
it is for a purpose, because you want something out of those people, it is not going to last because
yeah.
people are going to be disappointed in you. But
Mm,
that also means you're going to lose any meaningful relationship. I think the
wow.
relationships matter more than anything. A meaningful relationship for
Exactly.
me is more important.
Me too. Exactly. Well said. Well said. Well, we're running out of time, but I really, really love that. Authentically love my people. I remember when we were doing nursing, myself and my friend Helen,
Yeah,
our common friend Helen
yes.
Chiazo. So Helen was sick at this time. She was at the hospital. I went to uni. I told them, my friend is sick at the hospital. I have to look after the kids. So take me off the school for this semester. This is my friend. I said, my friend got a little better because I thought she's not going to be able to make the uni this semester. She was, very not in a good state. She barely got better. She said to me, we need to go back to uni and do the exams. I'm like, I already took both of us off this semester. So I'll go to any length with my friends and my associate to even put my life online. She was the one that said we need to go back. I mean,
And you don't know
today
that
where
backstory.
you remember the story, she's
No.
fantastic. She's doing well. That's my babe, my friend, life forever. And that's what we're
Oh no, she's
supposed
a
to do.
great friend still. But because
I
I was
know
teaching
she's
at the
our friend. That's
university, I
what
was
I'm
a
saying.
lecturer, a young lecturer back then.
I know. So she's yeah, we are
Yeah,
the same circle, but yeah, we need to be there for one another. Go any length with your friend because
yeah,
we're going together. No one is left behind. We are all going
absolutely.
forward together. Deborah Dinkinson, I'll give you the last chance. When we
Um,
this is not going to end this time. We're going to come back next week because I have quite a lot of things I want to talk to that I thought we should about hidden
Explore.
opportunity, a lot of job that people are not looking at and how to get there. So we're not going to just breeze over this. We don't have enough time. Next week we're going to continue, but I'll let Deborah uh, chip in before we call it a day.
yeah, looking and that reminds me of something I got told a long time ago. It just took me a long time to work it out, and that was people come into your life for three reasons. One reason is to teach you something. The
Mm.
next the next type of person is to learn something from you. And the
Mhm.
third type of person is they're actually just traveling through. Let them travel through. It took
Mm.
me a long time to understand that
Mm.
because when I look back, let's go 20 years back, I was in a circle of friends where we all stayed at one level. We didn't, if somebody stood out to do something different, you kind of got dragged back down.
Mm.
And I only became aware of this when I met my husband now, Mark.
Mm.
And friends that I had been with for years, they just said to me, "He's not for you. He's not for you."
Wow.
But in my heart, it's like he is for me, but he just
Oh,
wasn't the typical partner that I
kind.
would have, right? So, um, and of course, he is the right man for me. He's here, and we've been together. We've been together for decades.
So
So,
she's right,
but,
man, for
but
you.
it's that you can actually get caught up in that. Your friends will say to you that he's not the right person for you. So it reminds me
Wow.
of that, um, and it also
Mm.
reminds me of just kind of you get so caught up in your own circles that you don't realize there's another part of life and of the world that you haven't seen yet.
That's
And
right. Preach
I
that.
describe it as like peering over the fence and going, "Oh, there's a whole new world out there." And it was my husband that introduced me to that made me realize there was a whole nother world out there
Wow.
that I wasn't allowing myself to see because I was in this circle and we just stayed together. So I remember that very clearly after I
Wow.
understood it. The three types of people: ones that are here to teach you something, ones that are
Learn
here for
from
you to
you.
teach them, or you know what, they're just passing through. Let them pass through.
Cruising. Wow. I love that. Well, we're learning from each other and we're teaching each other. We're combo in this for life by God's
Yes.
grace. We're gonna have to end this show. There is really more. When you were talking about that, things were coming to my head. I'm like, oh, we have to end the show so that we prepare for next week. But look out for next week. Thank you so much for watching, and we appreciate you. Uh, Tuning in, week out. And we hope you've learned something as we have. I learn on this show more than anybody, by the way. I'm greedy. I'm learning so much and I'm so blessed. I'm really blessed. I appreciate you, ladies. Thank you so very much. We
We
must call
appreciate
it a
it
day.
too.
See you
Thank
next week.
you.
Thank
Bye-bye
And
for
for the
now.
you.
audience, thank you.
Thank you.